Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into the ultimate aquarium debate to help you figure out exactly which underwater ecosystem fits your life. Look, building a tank is thrilling, but choosing between fresh and salt water, that can feel pretty overwhelming. The truth is, the perfect tank doesn't actually exist in a vacuum. It depends entirely on your daily routine, your budget, and what kind of aquatic life you actually want to keep. So let's break down the core differences right now so you can make the absolute best choice for your home.
Here is our roadmap for today. We're covering 1. The Great Aquarium Debate, 2. Budgeting for your tank, 3. Water chemistry and care, 4. Choosing your underwater ecosystem, and 5. The final verdict.
Section 1. The Great Aquarium Debate. You know how it is, right? It's incredibly easy to walk into a local fish shop, spot a jaw-dropping setup, and immediately think, I want that. But you really have to look beyond the glass. The decision is absolutely not just about what looks good, it is all about the long-term upkeep. We're talking about water chemistry stability, highly specific equipment needs, and your ideal timeline. You really have to ask yourself, are you looking for a relatively quick setup, or are you totally fine patiently nurturing a complex environment over several months?
Moving to Section 2, budgeting for your tank. When you compare the two side by side, freshwater is just incredibly forgiving on the wallet up front. The gear is much simpler, and doing water changes doesn't require constantly buying salt mix. That means your budget can go straight toward beautiful fish and a really solid filter. Saltwater setups? Well, that's a whole different ballgame. They require heavily specialized gear. If you're building a reef tank, you are essentially buying life support for the ocean. We're talking specialized LED lighting just to keep your corals alive, protein skimmers, and some pretty advanced filtration systems. And honestly, that financial commitment doesn't just stop at the checkout counter. With a reef tank, you aren't just buying a glass box. You are basically taking on a monthly subscription for consumables. You've got a budget for literal buckets of marine salt mix and chemical test reagents just to keep a constant eye on your water quality. It's a recurring, non-negotiable expense that you absolutely have to factor in from day one.
Section 3. Water chemistry and care.
So here is the absolute core difference in your daily routine. Freshwater gives you a buffer, while saltwater demands absolute precision. Freshwater species will often tolerate a much broader range of conditions, which makes routine tasks, like partial water changes, very forgiving. Saltwater, on the other hand, requires tight control. Even tiny swings in your water parameters can severely stress marine life. But hey, if you're the kind of person who totally geeks out over measuring, adjusting, and tracking data, managing that kind of strict stability is incredibly rewarding. Now, regardless of the path you take, we have to talk about a universal rule. Consistent testing and good cycling practices are absolutely mandatory for the health of your livestock. As we all know, you cannot just fill a tank with topwater and drop a fish in. Cycling is that vital process of building up the beneficial bacteria in your filter so it can safely process the waste your fish will eventually produce. It is literally the foundation of any successful aquarium, whether it's fresh or salt. But here's a parameter completely unique to the marine side: evaporation. When water evaporates from your saltwater tank, the salt gets left behind. There's nowhere else for it to go. That means the remaining water in your tank gets saltier and saltier by the day. To fix this, you have to constantly add fresh, top-off water just to dilute that salt back down to safe levels. It's a daily chore that catches a ton of beginners completely off guard, but it's vital to prevent harmful salinity spikes. Section 4. Choosing your underwater ecosystem. A freshwater setup lets you create a lush, beautifully planted community with very few technical hurdles blocking your way. The sheer variety you can achieve is massive. You can mix colorful schools of neon tetras with peaceful bottom feeders, completely surrounded by vibrant live plants that actually help filter your water for you. Or you could even design a species-specific biotope, literally recreating a slice of the Amazon River right there in your living room. Conversely, saltwater throws the doors wide open to stunning reef displays. We are talking vibrant, neon-colored corals, fascinating marine invertebrates, and iconic fish like clownfish and tangs. But remember, marine animals have highly specific demands. You can't just toss any two saltwater fish together and hope for the best. You have to rigorously plan out the exact water flow, the temperature, and the social compatibility, or you're going to have a complete territorial disaster on your hands down the line. And finally, Section 5. The final verdict. Ultimately, what we're looking at here is that freshwater provides a much smoother learning curve. You're looking at manageable weekly check-ins and some periodic water changes.
Plus, adding hardy plants and robust fish really smooths out those early beginner mistakes. Saltwater, though, asks for a lot of your time up front. You'll be doing frequent testing, watching evaporation like a hawk, and constantly troubleshooting. But man, that extra effort absolutely pays off with a breathtaking display.
So it all comes down to two profiles. If you are a smooth start budgeter, someone drawn to lower costs and simpler maintenance, Freshwater is absolutely 100% your best fit. Your main commitment is just consistent weekly upkeep. But if you're a precision care enthusiast who genuinely loves the technical challenge and wants that intricate marine life, a saltwater reef is calling your name, provided you're ready to commit to all that precision measuring and adjusting.
Before you make your final choice, just remember that the best aquarium is simply the one you can maintain consistently for years to come. No matter which path you choose, you've got to follow these 3 golden rules. Step 1, always cycle your tank properly before adding any life. Step 2, thoroughly research the specific requirements of the exact species you want. And Step 3, invest in reliable filtration. Good planning prevents huge headaches, whether your water is salty or fresh.
So, I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on as you start sketching out the plans for your brand new underwater world. Do you want the lush, forgiving nature of a freshwater biotope, or are you truly ready to take on the precision challenge of a vibrant saltwater reef? Take a really honest look at your budget, your daily schedule, and your patience levels. The right choice is out there waiting for you. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and happy fish keeping.